So today I was trying to think of a topic to make a video on. There was a 7-year-old boy that is being accused of being injured by a school tutor, 25-year-old guy that they say through, he came out with these bruises and but really banged up, unfortunately. And you know, uh, reading that story kind of got me to think about something else, which is the relative lack of understanding that I think people seem to have whenever one critiques a. I'm trying so hard to think of something to talk about. Um, I start writing this stuff out. Okay, I apologize for the very abysmal quality of this video. Um, but I am kind of at a lack or loss of words because really not that many things have gone down recently. I mean, yeah, there was the Ohio State thing, and I could make a video talking about ISIS came out and said it's them, but they do that with every terrorist attack, so I'm not surprised. Um, there's really not much for me to talk about, over these last few days. And as we, now we're in the end of this month, tomorrow will be December 1st. I kind of just sit here without much of a, you know, platform to really go and say, oh, well, we'll talk about this. I've looked at Trump's cabinet picks. They've been talking about Romney for Secretary of State, and Giuliani's been going back and forth, and that's really acquired my interest over the last few days. But I just can't see. I don't know. I really think it's going to be Romney. I'd rather it be him. I think it's strange that you had Kellyanne Conway um, go on TV and rebuke him like that, which is, from what I can tell, she was one of the people who didn't want him and would go for Cruz or anybody that wasn't establishment. So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it just feels so out of nowhere to have her get on national TV and yeah, don't, no, don't take him. Of course not. No, we don't want him. I couldn't stand a man of that nature being our Secretary of State. I couldn't stand him. He did not endorse Trump during the primary. He is not fit to serve in the Trump cabinet. I mean, she just. I watched that and was really bewildered by it. Because you don't think a person. I mean, people would say, "Oh, well, Romney's speech. What was that? March 6th, March 3rd. It's one of the early days of March, earlier this year, when he came out and criticized Trump. It was surprising, but it still wasn't a big deal because we're just used to, politics as usual, and people of the same party not liking other people of the same party, and you can't necessarily get mad that someone, doesn't think the way you do, or they didn't vote for the person that you did. I mean, she's over here talking about she's all for party unity, and then gets mad at Trump or gets mad at a selection that would kind of cement party unity. The man went out and critiqued Trump, and now Trump is thinking of having him for Secretary of State, and you're saying you like party unity, and that's, at the same time being opposed to that. And your argument against having him is that he was against Trump, which would argue. I would then make the argument it's party unity because again this is someone who is not the first person who likes Trump and is just trying to come together around a common idea, or could be seen that way by other Republicans and lead to further victories. It's trouble in paradise with both parties. And then you had Pelosi today. She won her her position back, and that wasn't surprising. I sent her, the guy who opposed her, a tweet. Like, yeah, it should have been you, but he really just. I think learning how young he was for 43, Ohio, a swing state. It made perfect sense to use this guy instead of her. I'm from California, and I'll tell you straight off the bat, or right off the bat, she's a worse choice than this guy. And it's not just because she's from California. It's because we've had her year after year, decade after decade. And what did she do to help us out or to win the Democrats any offices or any, strongholds this past election cycle, the election cycle before that, the one before that, and the one before that? Absolutely nothing. She was okay for Obama's first 2 years, 2010, 2011. Then it was, all downhill from there. I should have said 2009, but you get the point. After the midterm, the 2010 midterm, it really it sunk. And it sunk not because, the party is becoming the country is becoming more conservative. No, it sunk because people don't like that liberal nonsense of, whites are racist and, if you have any opposition to any type of part of immigration, you're, racist. I'm rather soft on immigration, but I'll be the first one to tell you that there are good people who, might have their disagreements. That doesn't mean they're racist. That doesn't mean they are, the evil, white devil or white person or whatever other race they are that is trying to, show opposition to another group of people. It could mean the exact opposite. There are some people who are, but it doesn't mean they all, think the same way. I'm just saying if they want to win, they should go with that. Now he has lost that position, but I really hope they can give him something else, because he proved that he's a fresh face. They need that. And it's kind of disturbing that they don't realize it, but such is the case with politics. People lose and don't learn any lessons, just like the current situation with the Democratic Party. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.